Welcome to this edition of Channel 97 News.
We come to you today from the library at OHS, and here's a look at just some of the stories you will see on the show.
We take a look at one of our new classes at OHS.
We will hear from a freshman student who is taking her writing skills to a whole new level.
We go behind the scenes to tell the story of some players known as the Big Uglies.
And we journey to the pumpkin patch to bring you this month's Teacher Student Challenge.
We'll have all that and much more on this edition of Channel 97 News.
And it all starts now.
Welcome back to Eyes on the Tigers, Channel 97 News. I'm Maddie Elking.
And I'm Daniel Carter. For the first time in 4 years, OHS students will have to go to school on Halloween. So how will we celebrate this big day? Connor Sandvoss has the story.
This is what school usually looks like on Halloween. But this year is a little different.
I think more people will participate in dressing up on Halloween just because it is Halloween.
There will probably be some crazy outfits because since it's Halloween, there isn't a strict thing that they have to dress up as. So I think you could probably see some pretty creative stuff. Party City, do they do costumes at Party City? Yeah, try those places, but I always think that it's better if you make your own.
For Halloween, I would dress up as Spider-Man. I'm gonna be like,
I don't know, it's fun. I've always done it. I've never gone a year without trick-or-treating, so I'm not gonna stop.
However, there will be restrictions that apply to this event.
We're going to say that Halloween is the day to dress up. We're not going to do a whole week thing, but we can dress up on Halloween, staff and students. So here are the guidelines that we need to live with, okay? Obviously, no weapons, no full masks. In other words, something that covers your entire face. Because we need to be able to identify students. No gooey fluids, like things that will get all over. Obviously, you can't display drugs and alcohol. That's just like it normally is. So we don't want things showing that shouldn't be showing. And I think girls and guys, you all know what we mean.
With photographer Austin Baumgartner, I'm Connor Sandvoss, reporting in for Channel 97 News.
Oakville has introduced 3 new classes to their curriculum this year. Angelique Bartley takes a closer look at one of those classes.
Room 221 has been home to science concepts and biology for the past few years, but this year, this classroom welcomes a new course.
Biomedical came about, I believe, through one of our board members was very interested in bringing a STEM program which works in science, technology, mathematics, and engineering and focuses on careers that are available to students. The curriculum of the class, students are initially presented with the death of a fictitious person, and they investigate this death to determine natural causes or whether it was due to criminal activity. And once they determine that cause, they investigate further and they look at different human body systems and what factors contributed.
And what do students think about this new course?
It was fun. Everyone was like into it and was guessing what could have possibly have happened, and like hearing what happened was worth it, and I had a lot of fun.
With photographer Tiara Bams, I'm Angelique Bartley reporting for Channel 97 News.
Here's a story about one OHS freshman who has made good use of her writing ability.
This is Hannah Hoffmeister. Hannah is a regular freshman girl here at OHS.
I really like the St. Louis Cardinals, and I like to read, and I like to be outside and hang out with my friends.
But Hannah has another passion. She has been writing stories since she was 4 years old. She has written a few stories in what she calls the Dream Ring series. The main character is named Ava.
She's sassy and she tells it just like a teenager, so it's interesting because people can relate to it because it's how we talk.
It's true Hannah is an excellent author, but what most people are unaware of is she's actually had her work published.
I contacted a lot of publishers, and when we found Buttonwood Press, it just seemed right, so they signed a contract and then we agreed to publish the series.
But some may wonder, how is it like to teach a published author?
It's great for me because her papers are really easy to grade. Her classmates are kind of using her as like a human dictionary right now and spell check and grammar check on Word because she has really good grammar, obviously, from editing books. She's able to talk about things that other students are not aware of in literature that we read because she writes it.
Some of her books can even be found right down Telegraph Road.
They can be found at the Mailbox store, which is Oakville Shipping and Printing by Las Fuentes Restaurant. They can also be found at Logos, Designs, and More by Deerbergs.
With photographer Jake Morhard, I'm Jacob King for Channel 97 News.
Good luck to Hannah Hoffmeister as she builds her writing career. Speaking of authors, 150 OHS students went to the OHS library on October 12th to meet Mike Mullen, a well-known author of young adult fiction. Mullen visited OHS to discuss his first book, Ashfall, and promote the second book of his trilogy, Ash and Winter. Ashfall is a novel that explores the eruption of a supervolcano in Yellowstone. During the presentation, Mr. Mullen discussed the research needed to keep the scientific aspect of the novel accurate.
Do you know you would actually be able to hear the sound of the volcano erupting, even here, even 1,300 miles away?
Mike Mullen has earned several awards for Ashfall and is currently a Gateway Award nominee for the novel.
Recently, Maddie O'Brien and I had a chance to catch up with 3 new foreign exchange students at OHS. Here's our story. Every year, Oakville gets plenty of new students, but some come from farther away than you might expect. This year, we have 3 exchange students. 1 from Belgium, 1 from Norway, and 1 from Germany.
I'm Jonas Verley.
Anna Alberg. Sophie Jensen.
Everything's different, but like I was impressed by the cars because a lot of muscle cars here. Mustang and all that.
I went to the pumpkin patch with my host family, and that was cute.
I went to Six Flags, and it was pretty cool, but I don't really trust the American roller coasters, to be honest. I like the German more, but they are cool.
I like the City Museum and Powder Puff was fun to watch too. We don't take our leftovers home from a restaurant. Yeah, I came here and they asked if we wanted a box to take our leftovers home, and yeah, we don't do that in Belgium. It goes directly to the trash can.
We ride our bike everywhere. A lot of people drive, but the distances are like closer to your house, and so I can ride my bike to school or the mall or the grocery store or the gas station. It's like a maximum of 3 miles.
Signing off, I'm Maddie Elking with photographer Maddie O'Brien behind the camera.
In football, it's usually the skill position players who get the glory. But nothing good happens without the guys in the trenches. Holly Dinkins and I had the story. As you can tell by the way I'm dressed, I know what it's like to be a lineman in the game of football. Now it's time to show you.
Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3, dominate.
My job is to make sure Andy doesn't get hit, make sure that there's a hole for Mo to run through.
Touchdown Tigers.
And my job is to do all the hard work and not get any credit for it.
Why is the line important in football? That's where the game of football is played. Offensively, defensively. There is nothing happens without a solid line, period.
With photographer Holly Dinkins, I'm Dan Carter for Channel 97 News. The Tigers play in the first round of districts this Friday, October 26th. Check myohsonline.com for details.
It's time now for the return of this month's Teacher-Student Challenge with Mikey Bellinger. This month, he's carved out quite the story for us. Let's take a closer look.
You finally caught a football the other night. We've been watching you for 3 weeks at home. I was really happy, a little tear went in my eye.
It's okay, Ryan.
Hello, I'm Mikey the Great Pumpkin Bellinger with Adam Rowland behind the camera.
We're here at Hafner's Garden, located at the intersection of Heinz and Telegraph. As we all know, Halloween is just right around the corner. So let's carve into this spectacular event with Mr. Abusi and Avion Stevenson.
Knock, knock.
Who's that?
You're a loser.
I go hard in the paint.
What it takes to make a great pumpkin carving. First, we have to look at quality, craftsmanship, originality. Okay. So I'm looking at these, and I would have to say this one.
Yes, sir.
Always cheating.
Caught. It ain't cheating.
Yeah. Bro, that don't look like me, man. Come on, man.
That really struck a chord. Well, that wraps up this edition of Channel 97 News. Thanks for watching. I'm Daniel Carter.
And I'm Maddie Elking. Remember, Oakville, keep your eyes on the Tigers.
Hold on, did you wipe out, man? Bro, I ain't giving a mohawk, bro. Hey,